The following extra special legacy game is part of Retro Sports Network's Road to Miami, presented exclusively by HockeyTournaments.com. And hi there, my name is Ron Juckett. It is a pleasure to be with you on this Thursday night at 6 minutes of 6 or 7 o'clock to get you ready for our 1978 NFC Championship game between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. And as I've said through before, most of these postseason games, we ran a 16-week replay. We did the whole thing. Not every game, of course, but one or two games, at least one game a week, if not two or three. 38 all told in the regular season, and I've done every postseason game, and so the NFC road ends here at Irving Stadium, or at Texas Stadium in Irving, between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys have the best record in the NFC. They went 13-3, but they had their hiccups in the second half of the season. They went to Miami and lost. Not good, because if they win today, that's where they're going, is to Miami. They lost to the New England Patriots at home, and maybe the most embarrassing loss of the year to the Redskins on Thanksgiving. But never fear, the Cowboys bounce back. As I said, they finished 13-3, the best record in the conference, and are hosting this NFC Championship game, the 45th, might I add, in NFL NFC history. We started the NFC playoffs with the Redskins beating the Giants 10-6 in the wildcard game on Christmas night. Seems like that was longer than 2.5 weeks ago. And the divisional playoffs, Dallas took Washington behind the woodshed 31-3. While the Rams got here, they won the NFC West over Atlanta. The division as a whole was not very good, and the Rams took full advantage. We had about halfway through the season a Ram-Atlanta game, and at that point, both teams were right around 500. The Rams beat the Falcons in Atlanta and took off the rest of the way. They won their divisional game over a plucky Chicago Bears team to win the Central Division. And so that's how we got to Los Angeles and Dallas. Now, this was the real-life NFC Championship game, but it was played in Los Angeles. The Rams had the best record in the NFC in real life in 1978, and the Cowboys went into Memorial Coliseum and beat the snot right out of them. I believe it was 28-0. Anyway, it was a shutout. So Dallas, that game, was a 3.5-point favorite. Because we're now in Dallas or Irving, as opposed to the Coliseum, I'm going to make Dallas a 6.5-point favorite tonight. So there you go. Dallas, the overwhelming favorite. And who do they face? Well, if you weren't with us last night, then you didn't see Pittsburgh beat New England 33-17. And so that's what's on the line. The AFC playoffs are done. Pittsburgh defied all the odds of going on the road. They're the number 2 team in the AFC, but number 1 in your hearts as they beat the Patriots 33-17. Who will they face in Miami next Wednesday night at 7? Will it be the Cowboys or will it be the Rams? We'll find out in a moment. As Retro Sports Network and a special presentation of HockeyTournaments.com presents the 1978 NFC Championship game. This 45th edition of the National Football Conference Championship game is presented by HockeyTournaments.com. Whether you are looking for a tournament to play in anywhere in North America or are looking to organize a tournament of your own, HockeyTournaments.com is the place to go. All one word, www.hockeytournaments.com. Make sure I hit the right button here. And so, yep, home field, it gives Dallas 3. And so when you add the real line to it, it's 6.5. It's 48 degrees. There's a little bit of wind, about 5 to 10 miles an hour, and no precipitation. And since we know it's not going to snow in the Super Bowl, I can tell you that there were no games played in the snow in this replay, computer or myself. Los Angeles has won the toss. They will receive. Bold for these boys from Southern California. And these were the stats from their divisional wins. Pat Hayden is going to have an awful big day if he's going to get past the doomsday defense of the Dallas Cowboys. Ray Malavasi and Tom Landry pace the sidelines, and they're holding us for one moment here till we get to 7 o'clock on the dot. So it'll be Latin will be the returnman for the Rams. He stands on his 8. Raphael Septien, who was the kicker for the Rams in 77, gets the okay from television to go. And this National Football Conference Championship is underway. Latin takes it at the 7. 15-20, 25-30. Lewis with a return. And there you go. So the Rams set up at the 29-yard line. It'll be Pat Hayden as quarterback. He had an okay game in their divisional playoff. He's going to need an extraordinary game if the Rams are going to Miami. John Cappelletti, the feature back. He needs to do better than 3.4 carry, but he is the Rams' key out of the backfield as far as catching passes. Colin Bryant, he's going to, like Rocky Blyer yesterday with the Steelers, he's going to get the bulk of the work, and he needs to do well. Wide receivers, Ron Jesse is the Rams' best wide receiver. He's on Hayden's left. He'll be on the far side for you. Terry Nelson is the tight end. He pretty much is a blocking back. And Willie Miller was held to 21 yards on 2 catches, but he's also going to need to have a good day if the Rams are going to win. Cappelletti, as you can see, these averages aren't very good. The Doomsday defense is extraordinary. Trap right to Cappelletti, first play from scrimmage. It gets across to 30, and Benny Barnes will make the tackle at the 35, a gain of 5. Here's where this will be won or lost for the Rams up front. Doug France, the left tackle. Dennis Hara, the left guard. Rich Saul, the center. Jackie Slater, the Hall of Famer, is on the right guard. John Williams, not that one, is the right tackle. 2nd down and 5. Colin Bryant. Off tackle right from the Ram 34. And he gets to the line of scrimmage before D.D. Lewis will knock him down for a loss of 1. So it's 3rd and 6. Let's quickly introduce the Cowboys defensively. They play at 4-3. Ed Jones as the left defensive end. Jethro Pugh, the left defensive tackle. Randy White, who should have a big day. He had 2 tackles and a sack against the Redskins last week. And Harvey Martin, who had 9 stops and the sack against the Redskins. The linebackers, Thomas Henderson is the left outside one. He's the best of the 3. Bob Bruning is the middle. D.D. Lewis is the right outside linebacker. Aaron Kyle, the left corner. He had 7 tackles and a pick. Benny Barnes is the right corner. Charlie Waters, a veteran strong or free safety. He had a pick 6, and Cliff Harris is the strong safety. 3rd and 6. Short hitch to Ron Jesse. Hayden back to throw. Cowboys don't blitz. Jesse has it at the 40. 1st down and a gain of 9. So that's what Pat Hayden needed on his first throw. Is that. So spot it 1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 42. Hayden looks to throw it. He looks for a medium slant to Willie Miller. Back to throw. He waits for Miller. Miller, nope, dumped down. Well, Martin got a piece of it. Harvey Martin with a tack. And that'll be 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Colin Bryant. Sweep left. Cowboys will blitz. And this is where those screens to Cappelletti should take a big advantage. To the near side. Hayden looks down. Throws it. Cappelletti has it at the 35-40. 45-50. 1st down. 45-40. 35. And Charlie Waters knocks him down after a gain of 26. How about that? So if Los Angeles can take advantage of that, They might actually have a snowball's chance here. So a gain of 26. Spotted at the Cowboy 32. How you doing, Todd B? Good to have you with me tonight for this NFC Championship game between the Cowboys and the Rams. Bryant on first down. Trap right. Nope. They're going to do it again. And they're going to go to Bryant on the far side for an audible. Hayden looks. Bruning deflects it. Bruning's got it. And he will get no return. Bob Bruning deflected it in the backfield, got the paws up, and just pulled it down. They keyed Capoletti and they blitzed. So Hayden went the right way, at least as far as where the pass was intended. But it ended up in Dallas' hands. You'll watch it here. And there's no return. So the Cowboys start from their own 34. They're going right to left. They're in silver helmets with white jerseys and blue numbers and those silver pants. Roger Staubach, who did not have a great game against the Redskins, but 31-3, it didn't really matter. Tony Dorsett, the primary back. Again, Redskins held him to 48 yards. Robert Newhouse, the other big running back. Wide receivers, Drew Pearson, who had a big game on the right side. Billy Joe Dupree, the tight end. He did not have any catches against Washington last week. And Tony Hill, who had one catch for 26. Dorsett off tackle left from the 34. First play from scrimmage. He gets it out to the 40 before Brooks can make the tackle after a gain of 7. How you doing, Phantomatic? Good to have you with us. Phantomatic, by the way, has been doing some very good basketball card breaks. Go to his channel if you're interested in modern stuff. And he pulled some good ones. He pulled one of those Giannis cards from the Bucks the other day. He's a heck of a player. The Cowboy line from left to right. Donovan, the tackle, left tackle. Scott, the left guard. Pat Donovan, Herbert Scott, Don Fitzgerald, the center, Tom Rafferty, the right guard, and Rayfield Wright. There's a lot of Hall of Famers on that line for Dallas. 2nd and 3. Newhouse on a trap right to the far side from the 41. Gets a first down across the 45 before Cody Jones makes the tackle. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Dallas 46. Let's meet the Rams. They play a 4-3. Jack Youngblood is the left defensive end. You know how good he is. Larry Brooks is the left defensive tackle. Cody Jones, the right defensive tackle, and Cody means business in that picture. Fred Dreyer, Hunter, is the right defensive end. The linebackers, the late Isaiah Robertson is the left outside linebacker. Jack Reynolds is the middle linebacker. That's the hacksaw. And Jim Youngblood is the right outside linebacker. They have good corners. Rod Perry on the left. And Pat Thomas on the right. He's a 9 overall. And the safeties, Bill Simpson is the strong safety. Dave Elmendorf is the free safety. And when the Rams need it, Nolan Cromwell is the nickelback. Newhouse, trap right from the Dallas 46. And he tries to get a couple yards to the near side before Cody Jones can make the tackle after a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. For Dallas on their opening drive, no score. Pat Hayden was intercepted on a screen pass by Bob Bruning. And so it was a good first drive for the Rams that went for naught. 2nd and 7. Dorsett will sweep it to the far side from the 49. Gets a block across midfield, but that's about it. Isaiah Robertson knocks him down after a gain of 3. So a good start to Dallas. 4 carries and 18 yards, and they'll have the option to do what they want here on this play. But a short out to Drew Pearson is the call. Staubach's first throw of the afternoon. As time he waits, he's got Pearson on the far sideline, first down 40-yard line. He gets it to the 35, and steps out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Rod Perry shoves him out. A fresh set for the Cowboys. 8:51 first quarter. And so if you were to go to Bonata and bet your fake money on this game, I would say Dallas by -6.5. Just putting it out there. 1st and 10 for Dallas. Medium hitch to Tony Hill. Staubach will probe that Ram defense. He looks around. He dumps it down to Dorsett at the 35. 30. Cuts back inside before Youngblood can make the tackle at the 29. Give him 6. And it's 2nd and 4 for the Cowboys from the Ram 29. The Ram secondary is good. Lots of 9s and 8s on the corners and as the safety. So Staubach is going to have to, he's not going to bomb the Rams into submission, but little dinks and dunks, and the Cowboys can take their time. Robert Newhouse will take his time on an off tackle to the right from the 29. And he tries for that sideline. Robertson knocks him down, but it is a first down. Spot it at the 25, and the Cowboys have 7 plays and 41 yards. So Staubach just mixing things up, just keeping it conservative. Tom Landry. Dorsett, trap left to the near side from the 25. Gets a block to the 20. Cuts left, and Perry makes a tackle at the 16. Give him 9 and give Rayfield Wright the big block. 2nd and 1. Dallas just needs to be methodical. And, of course, take advantage of turnovers like they have so far. Newhouse. Trap right from the 16-yard line. He cuts to the far side and won't get it. Carl Eckern will knock him down right at the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and 1. The Rams played the 4-4 stack, and they keyed Dorsett. So it's Dallas's first big third down of the game. If you're wondering about a field goal, Septien says, oh yeah, I can make that. They'll have a 74% chance if Dallas can't go any further. They're going into the wind. It's 48 degrees here at Irving Stadium, at Dallas, Texas Stadium. There, I can remember that. Here in Irving, a late afternoon start, 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central. And so it's dark, and of course, there's a big hole in the roof so God can see his favorite team. Newhouse comes out. He's tired. So Scott Laidlaw comes in. This is Dorsett all the way. And Tony's going to take a fullback dive from the 16-yard line. He gets his legs moving, and it gets it inside of the 11-yard line. A gain of 5. Just a bull rush, and it worked. The 4 carries for Dorsett for 24 yards. Jim Youngblood with a tackle. NyQuil is kicking in, Dave. Not feeling too good still, huh, buddy? Or I'm putting you to sleep that early. I've done that. My wife tells me I've been boring women for years. So 1st and 10 for Dallas from the 11-yard line. Short cross to Billy Joe Dupree. Rams blitz. Staubach in trouble. Throws it. And Simpson got a piece of it. It was intended for Dupree. Fred Dreyer is sucking wind out there. 10 plays, 55 yards on a cool day. But everyone's got butterflies. 6:25 off the clock. 2nd and 10. Got Laidlaw on a trap to the right from the 11-yard line. And the Los Angeles just eats him right up there. No gain. Jack Youngblood with his first tackle, and it's 3rd and 10. And again, they're going to try Billy Joe Dupree on a short cross from the 11. Staubach back to throw it. Has time. He throws over. Incomplete. Hill had the ball and was knocked loose by Thomas. Incomplete. So the Dallas drive stalls on the 11-yard line. 4th and 10. So here comes Septien. 79% chance of making this. 28-yard kick. 78.5% chance. Danny White will hold. Up the end is ready. And here comes the kick. It is up. It is long enough, and it is good. And so with 4:26 to go in the first quarter, it is Dallas 3, Los Angeles nothing. This is the NFC Championship game for 1978, presented by HockeyTournaments.com. And so both teams have had the ball once, and Latin is ready to return it for the Rams. And so after the turnover, that's about as good as you could expect. And Septien gets a foot on this, and it is taken at the 8-yard line. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 39-yard line officially, and no flags. So good field position for the Rams. They start from their own 39. 4:19 to go, first quarter. 3-0 Cowboys. Capoletti. Off tackle right. Gets across the 40. Jethro Pugh with a tackle after a gain of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 8. The Rams are going to have to win the ball control fight here, I would think. They need to keep the Cowboys off the field because the Cowboys' offense is more lethal. The key is, though, that the Cowboys' defense is incredible. It's the Doomsday defense. They're the defending Super Bowl champions, and they're home. Good luck. Pete Bo Sox fan says, I don't have a rooting interest in this game as I did with the Pats. Not as many people do, I don't think. We get a lot of viewers from New England, considering we're on YouTube, and this could be from anywhere. But this is a good one, I think, nonetheless. Dallas 3-0. Septien on a 28-yard field goal following a Dallas interception. 2nd and 8. Colin Bryant. Trap right. He'll go to the near side from the 41 and is hit right there. D.D. Lewis, among others, made the play, and that's his 3rd tackle. So we 3rd and long for Los Angeles from their own 41. Dallas, if you're interested, is a 6.5-point favorite. Willie Miller, they need 8. Short hitch is the call. Hayden, Dallas blitzes. Hayden has time. He looks around the pocket. Tries one to Colin Bryant, incomplete. So the Rams are forced to punt. They go 3 and out. And that good field position goes all for naught. As the Cowboys, or as the Rams will punt, Glenn Walker with a wind should be about 43 yards. Johnson and Hill back for Dallas. And from the 20, Dallas will try to return this. It's more than inside the 20. It's at the 16 to the 20, 25, 30, 28. And Eckern will knock him down. That was Butch Johnson on a 12-yard return. So Dallas will take over with 2:53 to go in the first quarter from their own 27. With the score, Dallas 3, Los Angeles nothing. This is the 1978 NFC Championship game from Retro Sports Network, presented by HockeyTournaments.com. Water's actually cold tonight. Oh, let's see. After the Pete Bo Sox fan 67 says, after the Pats lost last night, I slept like a baby, up every 2 hours crying. Talking with Dave Gardner earlier, and I'm sorry. We did the best that we could. What a run by the Patriots, but you got to give the Steelers all the credit in the world. That was tough to go on the road and win a conference championship. And they, by the way, won a trophy, the Lamar Hunt Trophy. Medium out to Drew Pearson on first down. Staubach back to throw it. Has time. He waits. He checks it down to Laidlaw instead of the 24. 30. Laidlaw. And the ball is loose, and Los Angeles recovers. Isaiah Robertson just stripped it out of Laidlaw's hands, and Simpson recovers, and the Rams have it at the Dallas 35. Let's watch it again. It was a check down. Laidlaw just could not protect it, and Robertson is an excellent defender and just stripped it. And so with 2:44 to go, the Rams are already in kind of field goal position on the Cowboy 35. 2:44 to go. I'm sorry, guys. They made it to the conference championship. I think that really would have, in real life, that would have been a hell of a moral victory for the Patriots. Cappelletti trap right from the 35-yard line across the line of scrimmage. Jethro Pugh knocks him down at 32. That's a gain of 3. And so the Rams, let's see if they can take advantage of the turnover. Clock running, under 2 to go. First quarter, 3-0 Dallas. Cappelletti, short pass in the flat. He goes to the near side. Hayden throws it instead to Miller. The wide receiver was a first down. A gain of 9. Benny Barnes with a tackle. So Willie Miller gets the catch, spot the ball at the Cowboy 23, and give Hayden credit for looking for a second read. Checked it down to the wide receiver as opposed to the running back. Fresh set for the Rams. Cappelletti will sweep it to the near side from the 23. Gets it to the line of scrimmage. Jethro Pugh was the first one there for Dallas. And it's 2nd and 10. Cappelletti, 4 carries for 10 yards. And Pugh is having himself a first quarter. Already has 3 tackles. So 2nd down. Colin Bryant will try it. Nope. They're going to do the audible. 3 to Cappelletti. It worked the last time. Hayden looks near side of the field. Throws. Cappelletti has it. 27, 25, 20, 15, 10. First down. And so if they're going to do that, Los Angeles is going to take advantage. Spot it at the 10-yard line. And I lost my mouse. There we go. And we've played 1 quarter. After 1 in Irving, it's the Dallas Cowboys 3, the Los Angeles Rams nothing. This is the 45th NFC Championship game presented by HockeyTournaments.com on Retro Sports Network. And so the scoring summary is short and sweet. Raphael Septien, after a 14-play, 55-yard drive, kicked the field goal, and it's 3-0 Dallas. Both teams have 4 first downs. Hayden has found a bit more success in the air than I thought he would, because they haven't got it on the ground, only 6 carries for 9 yards, and Ray Malavasi is a run-first coach. Hayden, as I said, 4 of 7, but his rating is only a 44. So first down. Rams are doing all they can. Got it at the 10. Off tackle left for Colin Bryant, and he gets the legs moving for 3 yards. Spot it at the 7, 2nd and goal. Oh, you don't need to retract messages, Pete. Unless you say a bad word, like fornication, you don't need to retract a message. It'll be very interesting if Dallas should win. With this game engine and my coaching will produce the actual Super Bowl teams. That's right. And so I already have a line and an over-under if Dallas wins. I'm not going to say what it is, but I was surprised. So 3-0 Dallas, 2nd and goal from the 7. Cappelletti on a fullback dive. That's what he does best. There's a flag down. The ball has gone nowhere.
Holding offense number 78.
But that's even worse, as Jackie Slater, the right guard, is called for the hold. So Dallas will take the penalty and not the loss of 1. So 2nd and goal from the Cowboys 17. And again, Cappelletti on the dive, the irresistible force and the immovable object, and the Cowboys win that battle as Harvey Martin knocks down Cappelletti at the 15. Gain of 2. 3rd and goal. So medium cross, and they're going to try for Ron Jesse. So Hayden back to throw it on 3rd and long. He waits, he throws. Incomplete. Aaron Kyle on the coverage. Always good to get a frog in your throat in the middle of a play. So that'll bring up Frank Corral, who'll try to tie this game from 32 yards to 68% chance. Walker, the punter, will hold it. I don't know if Saul, the center, will snap it. He'll tell me if I'm wrong. And if you're wondering, it's a 68.2% chance for Frank Corral. Kick is up. It's long enough. And it is good. And with 13-16 to go in the first half, we are 6-2 and even. Dallas 3, Los Angeles 3. The kick after I take a drink. And so all 6 points in this game have come off of turnovers. And I take no credit, Pete, for good coaching. You just take what the offenses will give you or the defenses will give you and go with that. But it'll be really wild if we get to all through this, and it really is Pittsburgh and Dallas. It is Billy Johnson, or Butch Johnson, to return for the Cowboys. He stands on his 8. Driven back to the goal line. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Nolan Cromwell with a tackle right at the 30-yard line. And Robert Newhouse is back in for Scott Laidlaw. So Dallas has it 13-11 to go in the half, a 3-3 tie. Dorsett off tackle left from the 30, and he is hit rather quickly by Perry after a gain of 2. The Rams keyed Dorsett, and they played the run, and Rod Perry made the tackle. So Dorsett, 5 carries for 26 yards. Newhouse. Sweep right. Far side from the 32. Gets across the 30, 35-yard line before Cody Jones stands him up right there. Gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd and 5. And so for Dallas, it's a passing down. Newhouse short flat. Staubach looks to the near sideline. Newhouse has it. 35-40, first down, 44-yard line, a gain of 9, and the clock stops with 11:42 to go. So 1st and 10, the Butterflies are pretty much gone for everybody, and this is really the slob knocker I thought we probably would get. So Staubach will try, and Landry on the sideline want to see if they can break the Rams open a little bit, but they're not going to make. But they're going to stay conservative. They looked at the medium slant, but look at those interception percentages: 10, 11, 12%. Not worth it. Newhouse trap right from the Dallas 44, gets to the 45, 50 into the Ram secondary. First down into Ram territory, and taken down at the 39-yard line by Isaiah Robertson. Tony Dorsett. They keyed on him, but yet he was able to spring Newhouse for the run. And if Dallas is going to win today, that's what they got to do. They really are a run-first team with an excellent quarterback. And so Newhouse gets 17, 1st and 10 from the Ram 39. Medium cross to Billy Joe Dupree, but a flag is down.
False start. Offense. Number 68.
And it's Scott.
Penalty.
It's the left guard,
Repeat
Scott.
First down.
Herbert Scott, the Hall of Famer, jumped early. So Dorsett on a dive from the Ram 44. 1st and 15 across the 40, 35. Simpson makes a tackle after a gain of 12. And John Fitzgerald, the Cowboy center, has already made 3 key blocks. And it's 2nd and 3. 10:48, clock runnings. Newhouse will sweep it to the near side from the 32. Gets the 30. Reynolds, it's a gain of 3. Jack Reynolds with his first tackle, but it's a first down instead. Under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Cowboys have it at the Ram 29. They're driving. And that secondary coverage is pretty good. There is not an easy pass pattern there for Staubach to exploit. Short hitch to Tony Hill is the call. Staubach back to throw. He looks around. He goes long. The Rams thought they had him sacked, but he flipped it to Dupree, incomplete. So the chalkboard and the play-by-play don't agree. Go with the play-by-play. So Staubach avoided the sack, but did not get called for the intentional grounding. So 2nd and 10 for Dallas from the Ram 29. Dorsett, trap right. And he is hit behind the line by Cody Jones, a loss of 1. And so the Rams blitz 2. And they're doing their best to hang with this Cowboy offense. 3-3, under 9 minutes to go. They go 3 wide for the first time. Johnson, the third receiver. Preston Pearson will get a short pass in the flat in the backfield. He's in behind Staubach. Throw is incomplete. They double-team Pearson. The Rams read right through that. And the Cowboys are going to try a long 47-yarder from the Ram 30. So the wind is behind Septien at 5 to 10 miles an hour. White will hold. Septien, a 66.9% chance of making this. And the snap is down. The kick is up. It's drifting right and misses right. Wide right. And so with 8:45 to go, the Rams are hanging in there. It's Dallas 3, Los Angeles 3. This is the National Football Conference Championship on Retro Sports Network, presented by HockeyTournaments.com. Drink time. So the Rams have done okay on offense, but the scoreboard says it's 3-3. Cappelletti. Going to try a pitch to the near side. Hayden gets it off to him, and Cappelletti gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. D.D. Lewis with his 5th stop, and Jackie Slater with a bad block. Hit the goalpost. Yep, it looked like it did, didn't it, Todd? Doink, doink. A Chicago Bears special. Ooh. So 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Ultimately, if they're going to win this game, that running has got to do something. 9 carries for 14 yards. Colin Bryant. Trap right. Hayden hands it off. 30-yard line, and it's going to get to the 32 before Jethro Pugh makes the tackle. So the Rams, 2 carries, 2 yards. That's not going to get it done. Terry Nelson, what do we need, 8? No, Ron Jesse. Medium hitch. Hayden back to throw. Dallas blitzes. Hayden looks. Jesse has it for a first down over midfield. Into Dallas territory. Aaron Kyle knocks him down at the 47, and Jesse lost a shoe. He made the catch playing it on the turf and threw his shoe. And his mom will be happy because his socks were white. And so an extra tip for the Los Angeles traveling secretary to make sure that all the undergarments were whisked white properly. There you go. 1st and 10 for the Rams from the Dallas 47. Cappelletti out. Lawrence McCutcheon comes in. Let's see if McCutcheon can do anything. He will try a sweep to the left. 1st and 10. McCutcheon turns the corner, gets to the 46, and Ed Jones will make the tackle right at the line. Cowboys keyed on McCutcheon, and they blitzed. And there was no gain. How you doing, Al? And Tony, good to have you with us. We've had 2 turnovers, and turnovers have turned into field goals. And that's where we are. 6:36, clock running, second quarter. The Rams and the Cowboys in a stalemate from Texas on a beautiful early January night in Irving. 48 degrees, wind blowing from right to left this quarter for Dallas from 0 to 10 miles an hour. Colin Bryant will try a pitch to the left, to the far side from the 47. Gets it to the 45, and that's actually a successful run. He got 3, ran it right at Ed Jones, and that was about it. So 3rd and long for the Rams. And again, the same thing as when this drive started. They can't get anything on the ground. So it's going to be Wade Miller on a short slant. Or Willie Miller. As soon as I hit the right button. Hayden, Cowboys blitz. Hayden back to throw. He does. Miller has it. First down 35. And Benny Barnes will knock him down after a gain of 11. And said, who would have thought that Pat Hayden would be the one that would be the anchor for the Rams offense? Bryant. Pitch right to the near side from the Cowboy 33. And he gets right to the line of scrimmage before D.D. Lewis can knock him down. So Colin Bryant, 6 carries for 7 yards. They've got nothing tonight. And, yep, our sympathies again to the Patriot fans. And as Todd would say, yep, we're looking at a bunch of short white skirts and cowboy boots. Why we're looking at Tom Landry that way, I don't know, but that's what the camera wanted to go. Bring in Joe Pendleton. And so, yeah, everything is all kind of sparkly and perky, if you know what I mean, for those cowboy cheerleaders on a cold night for at least North Texas. And because it's still the holiday season, they're in blue Santa hats with the white balls. There, that's enough innuendo for me. So 2nd and 10 for Los Angeles from the Cowboy 33. McCutcheon on a trap left from the 33, and he gets about 2 yards before Jones makes the play. Bruning comes off. His return is doubtful. And so it's 3rd and 8. And the Rams go to 3 wide receivers. McCutcheon will come out 2 for Capoletti. And so Billy Waddy is the 3rd receiver. They need 8. And do a short cross. Hayden back to throw. Cowboys fake the blitz. Hayden looks for Capoletti instead the 30. He gets a first down across the 25 to the 22. Charlie Waters makes a tackle after a gain of 9. And so I'm not sure if Ray Malavasi is prepared to have Hayden throw it 30 to 40 times today, but it's a lot more successful than the run. And they're already in field goal range for Corral. Medium fly run. Hit the button. For Ron Jesse, they stay 3 wide. 3:41, clock running. And, Dallas will blitz. Audible, screen to Capoletti. It's worked twice already. To the far side this time. Incomplete. Henderson dove for it. It was actually not a good run. Route, that is. Colin Bryant, 2nd and 10. Sweep left. Let's see what happens. He gets a block across the 20. There's a flag down. Brown with the tackle.
Holding offense.
And so
number 83, 10-yard
So
penalty.
Nelson, the tight end, gets called for the hold. And so instead of a gain of 2, it's a loss of 10. 2nd and 20 for the Rams. 2:47 to go in the half. Clock stopped. Ball in the Cowboy 32. This is what I thought we would see last night. A slob knocker. A heavyweight fight. Capoletti Short pass in the flat. They stick with the call. To the near side. He's got it behind the 35. To the 30. 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4. 3rd and 16. And the Rams bring out a third wide receiver. Waddy comes back out. Medium slant. Ron Jesse. Hayden under center. Waits for his receivers to run the route. Throws over the middle. Waters deflects it. Incomplete. I thought Charlie had it. I thought Charlie Waters had the interception. He had one hand on the ball, but couldn't get the other hand there. And so Frank Corral will try a long 45-yarder into the wind. 2:14 to go. Win the first half. 3-3 the score. Corral gets it up. It looks long enough. It is good. So 13 plays, 42 yards, and the Rams go on top 6-3. And so with 2:10 to go in the first half, this is the 1978 NFC Championship game on Retro Sports Network, presented by HockeyTournaments.com. Wow. Did not expect this. So Johnson will return it 1 yard deep. Corral boots it away. On the goal line. 10, 15, 20. That ball is loose. That ball is loose. And Perry recovers it. And the Rams recover it. Brudzinski hits Johnson to the 27. And Rod Perry picked it up. And the Rams have it from the Dallas 27. Another turnover. Let's watch it again. You can see the ball is loose right there. There was no return. And with 2:03 to go in the half, the Rams are knocking on the door again. Bryant. Pitch left. 1st and 10. 27-yard line of Dallas. Gets it the pitch, and he gets it to the line of scrimmage, and there's no gain. Guy Brown, who's in for Bob Bruning, makes the tackle. Is this the Patriots? Oh, they corralled him. Thanks, Todd. That's great. Oh, that was funny. Is this the Patriots? This happened, remember, when the Cowboys lost 2 of their games this year. It was short little stints where they just made bad mistakes, and they were taken advantage of. Is this what's happening again? Are we going to get Super Bowl 14 a year early? Are we going to get Pittsburgh and the Rams? 2nd and 10. Ron Jesse on a medium slant. Hayden waits in the pocket. He throws, and that's incomplete. Jesse was double covered, and Hayden threw right into it. Not the smartest of plays. And Corral is really a coin flip from here. 3rd and long. For the Rams, Billy Waddy comes back in. And they're going to try and medium out. And nope, they're going to blitz. Screen to Capoletti on the audible. It goes to the far side. Hayden waits. He throws. Capoletti's got it behind the 30. 25. Flag is down. 21st down. Brown with the tackle at the 16.
Holding offense.
But it's all coming back. Ron Saul, the center, held. Hayden recognized the blitz, changed the play at the line, and that takes Los Angeles out of field goal range. And so they're going to go a short slant to Wayne Miller. Willie Miller, Hayden to throw it, has Miller at the 30, and he's hit right there by Barnes. It's a gain of 7, and out comes Corral to make it a 9-3 game. 50% chance. So this will be from 47 yards. If you want to be technical, it's a 49.9% chance. So if you expect the coin flip to be tails, you're probably right. Here it comes. It is up. It is drifting right. It will miss right. And so the Cowboys will get it back from on their own 30 with 57 seconds left. And if this game doesn't smell like 1974, I don't know what else will. Staubach, medium hits to Drew Pearson on 1st and 10. He looks around. He waits. He throws it down to Newhouse instead, incomplete. And that only took 3 seconds. Took me longer to describe it than it did to run. So Preston Pearson comes back in. Tony Hill and Drew Pearson are the wide receivers, along with Butch Johnson on the near side. Staubach will try a short hitch to him on the sideline. He has time. He waits. He checks it down. Thomas deflects it. Perry intercepts it. 20-10. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Are you kidding me? It was a dump to Tony Hill, and Thomas tipped it. Perry got it, and it's the first touchdown of the game. And yes, this is how the Cowboys have lost all their games this year. 5 minutes of bad football. Rod Perry made the touchdown. Here it is again. You can see the tip. Perry cut towards the middle, found all sorts of pay dirt, and it's 12-3 Los Angeles. Yeah, wow is right. And Corral with the extra point. It is good. And so with 48 seconds to go in the half, it's Dallas 13. It's Los Angeles 13. You got me all flustered. Dallas 3. And turn up the electric blanket. Alexa, what's the weather for Burlington?
In Burlington, it's 18 degrees Fahrenheit with snow. Tonight, you can look for snow flurries with a low of 5 degrees.
Thank you, Al Roker. So you need an electric blanket here. Yeah, Tom Landry is stone-faced. But that fedora is...
I don't know that.
That's okay. Go back to sleep. But that fedora has turned all sorts of red. So let's see what happens here. Staubach is 4 of 10 for 36 yards and a pick. And Corral boots this one away. Taken by Dallas at the 2. 10, 15, 20, 25, 29-yard line. So 44 seconds. All 3 timeouts. 13-3 Los Angeles. 3 wide. Tony Hill on a short out on 1st and 10. Staubach is blitzed. He's going to get trapped in the backfield by Youngblood. It's a loss of 4. And nothing for Dallas has worked. Screenplay to Pearson. So he looks for Preston Pearson, who cuts to the far near side. Throw. Has it at the 20. 25-30, 35-40. First down. Thomas makes a tackle at the 44. Give him 19. And with 4 seconds, they'll call timeout. So Staubach will run a combo bomb. That sounds like something you get at Taco Bell. Hill, Pearson, Johnson, and Dupree. So last play, Staubach to throw it. Rams blitz. He waits. He's going to scramble 45, and that's the first half. Fred Dreyer gets him after a gain of 1. Dallas will get the football, but this might have been the most stunning 15 minutes of football we've had all year. It is halftime at Texas Stadium, and the score, the Rams 13, the Cowboys 3. And this is the 1978 NFC Championship game presented by HockeyTournaments.com. If you are looking for a hockey tournament in North America, HockeyTournaments.com is the place to go. Or if you're looking to organize a tournament, well, HockeyTournaments.com has the package for you. Go to www.hockeytournaments.com. No, I didn't see this one coming either. How you doing, Dave Little? After you eat a Taco Bell, it's a Taco Bob, yes. Well, all right, everybody. Well, that was the second quarter no one expected. And so the Los Angeles Rams are 30 minutes away from a trip to Miami. And to set up a Super Bowl matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers 1 year early. And it would, of course, be Pat Hayden and not Vince Ferragamo as the quarterback. This one is not over by a long shot. The scoring in the second period, Frank Correll hit from 32 after an 8-play drive that only netted 20 yards. Then he hit from 45 following a 13-play drive for 42 yards with 2:10 to go. And then the stunner, a pick six by Rod Perry, made it 13-3. Now, Hayden, 9 of 16 at the half for 109 yards and a 51.3 quarterback rating. Normally, we'd be talking about whether Hayden would play the second half, but you're not yanking a quarterback with a 10-point lead. And you're also not yanking Roger Staubach for Danny White. Staubach, 5 of 11 for 55 yards, an interception and a sack, and a quarterback rating of 22-9. First downs, 8-7 in favor of the Cowboys. They've run the ball well, 16 carries for 73 yards. They just haven't thrown it that well. The 3 turnovers have led to lots of Los Angeles points. The Rams have done what they're supposed to do, even though they can't run. 15 carries, 21 yards. They've held the ball for 16 minutes and 54 seconds. And the total their offense, 130 for Los Angeles and 124 for Dallas. And so this has been all sorts of crazy. This is not what you would expect at all. And so, yeah, I mean, the Rams are averaging 1.4 yard a carry, and yet they're ahead by 10 points. So let's see what Tom Landry and Roger Staubach can do in the second half, because the Cowboys came in as 6.5-point favorites. They were 3.5-point favorites in the real game, and you give the Dallas 3 for being at home. Remember, Dallas shut out Los Angeles in this game. But right now, it's anything but. Stay tuned after the game. We're going to do the quick thanks and goodbye after this game is over. And then about 5 minutes after this is over, I'm going to come back on camera. And we'll just do what I did the last time, 15-20 minutes to preview the Super Bowl. And I'm going to give my impressions of the game overall. This is my 48th game live. You guys have no idea just how silly you guys are. All right. So back we go, and yeah. And Dave Little's having a hard time getting all those Florida alligators down, and yep, Todd B is right. Tony Dorsett needs a good second half. He hasn't had a bad half. It's Staubach. Staubach's the one that's had trouble. But they'll get the football to start. And, well, you know what happened last night. Pittsburgh got down 10 early and came back and won. So, not over yet. Corral boots it away, and the second half of this championship game is underway. From the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36-yard line. Butch Johnson with a 31-yard return. Isaiah Robertson gets credit for the tackle, and that's how we start. Dorsett and Newhouse in the backfield. You don't need to go to the air over and over again. Hill, Pearson, and Dupree, the skill players, and the receivers and the tight ends. And what, if you've been noticing, I've been calling the plays, the interception percentage has been nearly 10% no matter what it is I call. That Ram secondary is tough. In fact, you could call them Ram tough. Trap right to Dorsett from the 36 of Dallas. He gets across the 40 into the secondary. Thomas with a tackle by the ankle after a gain of 11. And John Fitzgerald has ripped open his fourth big hole. We understand from the sidelines that the cheerleaders were crying because Tom Landry used such quietly colorful language that it shocked people. Bless their hearts. So 1st and 10 from the 47. Newhouse trap left to the near side. He gets it right to the line of scrimmage before Hacksaw Reynolds grabbed him and shoved him down at the 48. And the Rams are spying on Staubach. So Newhouse, 8 carries for 36 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Cowboys, right on the heart of the star. Newhouse again, pitch to the right, to the far side from the 48, across midfield, 45-40, 35-30. There's a flag down.
Personal foul.
And it's going to be on the Rams.
Number 58,
Robertson,
15-yard penalty.
out of frustration. I'm not sure what in the world he was thinking. That's a 22-yard play, and he just kind of, that was a horse collar all the way. There's no replay boards here in Texas. Well, actually, there might have been, those dot matrix boards. And so the Cowboy fans are oohing and on. That was a horse tackle. Saved a touchdown. But instead, spotted at the Ram 15. 1st and 10. Clock stopped. Short cross. Tony Hill. Flag is down.
False start. Offense. Number 12. 5-yard
on Staubach.
Repeat 1st down.
Tom Landry runs his fingers over his laminated call sheet and wonders for just the fleetest of moments if Craig Morton is available. So that backs him up. 5 spotted at the Ram 20. 1st and 15. Dorsett. Trap right. From the 20. 15-10. He's got a hole. He drags people down to the 4-yard line. Robertson with the stop. What was that about Dorsett needing a big hat? 2 big carries, and the Cowboys have it 1st and goal from the 4. Triple tight end set. Saldi and Pearson with Dupree. Dorsett says, give it to me on the dive from the 4. He leaps and scores. Touchdown, Dallas. And it's 13-9. Here it is again. Dorsett just followed the leader, went right behind Scott, and now he's got 10 carries for 68 yards and a touchdown. Up the end with the extra point. It's up, and it's a 1-score game. It's Los Angeles 13, Dallas 10. It took 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Oh, it took 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Basic math is your friend, Ron. That was taught a quick scoring drive. And Dallas is right back in it. 13-10 Los Angeles. They're going into the win this 3rd quarter. And Latin is ready to return the kickoff from his 3, 10, 20, 25-yard line. Dennis Thurman brings him down. And so again, the pressure is right back on the Rams. They've got to chew clock. Trap right. Colin Bryant from the 25. And Bryant gets the legs moving. D.D. Lewis with a tackle after a gain of 3. 3-4 yards on 1st and 2nd down. A play is going to work for the Rams. They just need to be consistent. Cappelletti on a sweep to the near far side from the 28. Gets across to 30. He won't get the first, but Aaron Kyle knocks him down after a gain of 4. Cowboys read that play correctly, and Cappelletti just overpowered it. So 7 carries for 16 yards, and it's 3rd and short for the Rams. Nelson, Miller. Median cross. Hayden is blitzed. He's got to hurry. He throws. Miller has it. 1st down, 45. Barnes makes a tackle at the Ram 48. A gain of 16. And again, that's how the Rams moved in the 1st quarter, in the 1st half. If Hayden can continue to pass, then the run shortage isn't going to hurt. Cappelletti pitch to the far side from the Los Angeles 48. Across midfield, Brown makes the tackle after a gain of 4. Bryant. Off tackle right from the Cowboy 48. 2nd and 6. He gets it to the Dallas 45 before Jethro Pugh makes the tackle. 3rd and 3. 2 tight end set. Nelson joins Young, Capoletti, and Bryant in the backfield. And they look for Bryant, and Bryant says, I want a sweep left. So Hayden obliges to the far side. Bryant gets a block. He gets a first down. Bruce Huther makes the tackle. The Cowboys played a 4-4, and it's a first down from the Dallas 41. For the Rams, look, that's what they got. It may not be pretty, but right now it's effective. 6 plays, 34 yards. Capoletti. Trap right from the Dallas 41. Across the 40, 35. First down, maybe? No, a gain of 9. And 7:55 in the clock running here in the third quarter. So the Rams have done a good job in responding here. 2nd down and 1, but they need points. Preferably 7. Bryant, trap right from the Dallas 32. First down, 30-yard line. Harvey Martin with a tackle at the 29. So Bryant comes out for Lawrence McCutcheon. So it's McCutcheon and Capoletti in the backfield. 1st and 10. 8 plays, 46 yards, over 5 minutes taken off the clock. McCutcheon off tackle right. And he gets a good block across the 20. First down, 15. And Lewis will knock him down to the 11. A gain of 18. D.D. Lewis with 10 tackles today. And so when the Rams needed that running game to click, it looks like it got it. So 1st and 10 from the Cowboy 11. Ron Jesse on a short cross. Hayden has time. He throws incomplete. Aaron Kyle hit Ron Jesse just as the ball got there. 10 plays, 64 yards, and 6:23 taken off the clock. A good drive by the Rams. 2nd and 10 from the 11. McCutcheon on a fullback dive. Gets across the 10. Kyle makes the tackle at the 8. A gain of 3. And it's now 3rd and 7. And they'll look to Miller. They'll look to Jesse on a short cross. Hayden back to throw it. Has time. He waits. He backs up. He's going to run. And he's going to get hit by Henderson at the 5. And so Dallas, they're going to bend. Corral has a 99% chance of hitting this one. But they did not allow the touchdown. And so on 4th and 4, here comes Corral for a 22-yard kick. Walker will hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. 12 plays, 70 yards, or 13 plays, 70 yards, and 7:44. Taken off the clock with 4:25 to go in the third. It's the Rams 16, the Cowboys 10. This is the National Football Conference Championship of 1978 on Retro Sports Network, presented by HockeyTournaments.com. And so let's see what happens this time for Dallas. They will not return it 4 yards deep. So Staubach and company will start a Ralphie Boy drive from their 20-yard line. Los Angeles 16, Dallas 10. Third quarter. Staubach. Oof. They're going to chance it. A long slant to Tony Hill. Rams blitz. Staubach rolls right. Throws down to Dupree, and he dropped it. A drop by Dupree, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for Dallas from their own 20. Dorsett will sweep it to the far side. Gets to the sideline. 25. Won't be a first down, but it is a gain of 7. 4:11 to go in the third. 16-10 Los Angeles. Pitch left for Robert Newhouse. Down to the near side from the 27. And he will be stopped short by Fred Dreyer on the 29. And Dallas will be forced to punt. I think it's the first time Dallas is going to punt today. Danny White comes out. They have the wind. Wallace and Waddy back for the Rams. White gets it away. Good punt. Taken at the 25 of Los Angeles. 30. 35. Flag is down.
Holding. Receiving team, 15-yard penalty.
And, of course, it's on Reynolds. And so the Rams will start from their own 14. 4:01 to go here in the third. The Pittsburgh Steelers await the winner. 1st and 10. Cowboys need a quick stop. They can't let the Rams nickel and dime them down the field again. McCutcheon will sweep it to the far side. That's a left side run from the 14. Gets across the 15. Brown with a tackle at the 17. Give him 3. And this is what they did the last drive. 3 and 4 yards and a good third down pass. Capoletti trap left from the 17. And Dallas smothers him. It's Randy White. His first tackle of the ball game is a loss of 1. And it's 3rd and long. And so Ron Jesse, a short hitch. Hayden, back to throw. Quick throw. Incomplete. And Dallas got what they wanted. A fast 3 and out. And so the Rams will punt from their own 16. Len Walker stands on his 1-yard line. Here's the punt. Oh, it's a short one, too. Dallas is going to have great field position inside Ram territory. There's a flag down. It's a return of 1.
Receiving team.
No, it's not.
Penalty.
Henderson held on the return. And so it'll be 1st and 10 from the Dallas 35. 2:35 to go. 16-10 Los Angeles. The Cowboys need a touchdown. Drew Pearson, short out on 1st and 10. Staubach to throw it. He has time. He's got Pearson, and Pearson will not have a first down. Perry makes the tackle. Nope, he did get a first down. Stepped out right at the sticks. 2:29 to go, third quarter, and Dallas has it 1st and 10 from their 45. Newhouse. Trap right. Flag is down. Newhouse gets about 2. 3 to be exact.
Encroachment. Defense. Number 85.
But Youngblood. Which Youngblood? Jim Youngblood. Made contact early. The Rams have had 6 penalties for 65. That's a lot for a playoff game. The Cowboys 3 for 25. So right at midfield. 1st and 5. Right on the star. Dorsett pitched to the far side. And he's got a first down and more. Robertson makes a tackle after a gain of 9. And that's Tom Rafferty, the right guard, who makes the big hole. And Isaiah Robertson, 10 tackles. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys from the Ram 41. Newhouse. Trap right. And he gets across the 40, 35, first down. Robertson makes the tackle at the 30-yard line. And so the Cowboys' offensive line is turning everything into ground and pound. 25 carries now for 156 yards. From the 30. Short pass in the flat to Dorsett. Far side. Staubach looks. Dorsett has it at the 35, 30, 25, 20. First down, 15. Youngblood with the tackle at the 13. 45 seconds to go. Clock running. Spot it at the Ram 13. Short cross. Drew Pearson on first down. Staubach waits. He goes to the right. He scrambles around. Tony Hill at the 2. Touchdown! And so Roger the Dodger rolls right, waits around, finds an open receiver, and Tony Hill ties the game at 16. Let's watch it again. This is all on Staubach. He waited and waited for Hill to get open, And we're knotted up 6-2 and even. 6 plays, 65 yards, and Dallas can take the lead. Septien's kick is up, and it is good. And so the Rams, they traded away Septien to the Cowboys. If this is how it ends, he's just beaten them. 2 seconds to go in the quarter. Dallas 17, Los Angeles 16. And Latin will end this quarter by taking one 2 yards deep. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, or 29. Larry Hegman with a tackle. And so that's it. We've played 3 from Texas Stadium in Irving. 15 minutes left in the National Football Conference Championship. And you're watching it on Retro Sports Network, presented by HockeyTournaments.com. So this one was a pretty tight quarter. It was Todd B that said Tony Dorsett needed to step up. Well, he's got 12 carries for 84 yards now and is averaging 7 a touch. And that's just his running game. He's got 2 catches for 23 yards. So Dorsett has a touchdown, and if my math is right, 107 yards, all-purpose yards. It was Dorsett from the 4 on a dive with 12:20 to go to start the second half that put the game within a 3-pointer, 13-10. Frank Corral, after a long drive, gave the Rams a 6-point lead with 4:25 to go in the third. And you just saw it. Staubach on a scramble found Tony Hill on the opposite side of the field. I can't tell you how many times Al and I have watched that play and it not work. It did here, and right now, that's the difference. The Rams trail the Cowboys 17-16. Hayden, 10 of 19 for 125. Staubach, 8 of 15 for 95. This has been a game of unexpected turns. And so what do the Rams have for us to start this fourth quarter from their own 29? Capoletti and Bryant in the backfield. Jesse and Miller, the wide receivers. Nelson, the tight end. Pat Hayden, the quarterback. Capoletti off tackle right. No, the ball is snapped. The ball is loose. It's a bad snap. And Hayden is hit by Q for a loss of 4. That is not a sack. That is a run. So it's a loss of 4. And that's not what the Rams needed. 2nd down and 14 from the Los Angeles 25. Bryant. Sweep left on 2nd and long. He waits. He gets across the line of scrimmage, but Jones hits him from behind. Dallas was playing a prevent, and he could only get 2 yards. So the Rams are 6 for 12 on 3rd down. They look to Willie Miller, and we'll try a medium hitch. Hayden back to throw. He has time. He's got Miller. Miller has a 1st down across the 40. Barnes with a tackle at the 42. And so again, they can't run it, but Hayden can throw it. 1st and 10. Bryant. Trap right from the 42, and he is hit immediately, if not sooner, by Harvey Martin for a loss of 1. Dallas blitzed 3. So Bryant, 13 carries for 21. Capoletti, 10 for 28. And the Cowboys lead 17-16. The Rams have given Dallas everything they can handle and more. 2nd and 11. Capoletti in a short flat to the near side. Hayden has time. Capoletti has it behind the 40. 45 midfield. 1st down and more. D.D. Lewis knocks him down to 45. And so Los Angeles is just, it's like the Energizer Bunny. They just keep going and going and going. Capoletti may not be able to run it real well, but he has 5 catches for 66 yards. Bryant, 1st and 10, inside Cowboy territory. Sweep left. And that's across the 45. Randy White makes a tackle at the 43. Dallas was playing pass. And it'll be 2nd down and 8. And again, this is what the Rams are fine with this, as long as they can convert. Capoletti, trap right side from the Dallas 43. And he is hit at the 43, right on the line of scrimmage. Dallas keyed him. And Harvey Martin brought the pain, his 4th stop. So 11:15 to go. Clock running. 3rd down and long. 3rd and 8. Jesse. Medium hitch. Hayden back to throw it. He's got time. He's got Jesse open at the 30. 1st down. 25. The ball is loose and recovered by Jesse himself. Aaron Kyle ripped it out, but the ball almost was out of bounds. That would have been Los Angeles ball anyway, and Ron Jesse got a hand on it. He might have made a couple new friends in the ensuing scramble that might want to buy him dinner first, but Los Angeles keeps the football. They have it on the Cowboy 26. Clock running, under 10.5 to go. Capoletti. Trap right. 25-24. Martin makes the tackle. The Rams are now 8 of 14 on 3rd down. Dallas has not been able to stop them. Bryant, sweep left to the far side from the 24. Gets across to the 22. Huther, the inside linebacker, in for Bruning, makes the tackle. Rich Saul makes the bad block, and it's 3rd and long again. This time it's Miller. And a medium slant. Hayden back to throw it. Has time. He looks around, and that's incomplete. And so it's 4th and 8. 9:09 to go in the game. And out comes Frank Corral, who has a 67% chance the Rams have the win here in the 4th quarter. This would be from 41. Corral, 66.5% chance. Walker to hold. Corral gets a foot on it. Goes right and hooks right. No good. And so with 9:03 to go, it's Dallas 17, Los Angeles 16. Net yardage for both of these teams, by the way, 249 for the Rams and 247 for the Cowboys. So starting backfield and receivers for Dallas, Dorsett and Newhouse, Hill and Pearson the receivers, and Dupree the tight end. The 2 missed field goals might be big in the end, or that extra point. Because I said, remember, Septien was the Rams kicker in 77. Tony Fritsch kicked for the Cowboys. And now Septien's kicking for the Cowboys. And the Rams will kick themselves in the 1979. Dupree on a medium slant. Staubach looks around. He throws, and Dupree has it at the 40. Flag is down. Simpson with a tackle after a gain of 20.
Personal foul. Defense.
And Simpson makes a dumb tackle. Again, another horse collar, and it's 15 more to the play. And so now they spot it on the Ram 41. 17-16. 8:52 to go. Newhouse. Off tackle right to call from the Ram 41. And he is hit behind the line by Youngblood, or right at the line. No gain. That's 2 tackles for Jack. They keyed Dorsett. They got Newhouse, and the result was the same. Nothing doing. Dorsett. Trap right. 2nd and 10. And he is hit behind. The ball is loose. Youngblood forces it loose, and Los Angeles recovers it. This time they keep Dorsett. John Fitzgerald, the center, could not made the bad block. Jack Youngblood made the tackle, and he ripped it out of Tony Dorsett's arms like a TV on Black Friday. Watch it again. And so the Rams now have second life. 8:07 to go. They have it on their own 42. Capoletti and Bryant, the backs. Jesse and Miller the receivers. Nelson the tight end. Unbelievable. Miller, medium slant on first down. Hayden has time over the middle. Miller has it in Cowboy 45 to the 40. Barnes with a tackle right at the 40. Give him 18. And the Rams are right back in business again. Bryant, sweep right from the Cowboy 40. Gets across the line of scrimmage. Heads to the right side. Stalls, who is now playing defensive tackle, makes the stop after a gain of 2. Second down and 8 from the Cowboy 38. 7:16, clock running. Capoletti will sweep it to the left. That's the far side. Gets to the sideline, 35. Jones hits him after a gain of 5. 3rd and 3 coming up. So although Capoletti's numbers aren't good, 13 carries for 35 yards. The clock moves. The football moves. 3 plays, 25 yards. McCutcheon in for Bryant. Pitch left for McCutcheon. Nope, the ball is loose, and Hayden's going to lose 3. Again, that's the second time in the second half that the Rams haven't been able to successfully snap the football. And it takes them out of field goal range. So 4th and 6. Malavasi's thinking. He's got to go, I would think. They need 6. Miller. Short cross. They're going. Hayden throws it over, and Barnes deflects it incomplete. And so with 5:52 to go, the Cowboys have it from their own 36. Like the Steelers last night, they've turned it over 4 times, but they're ahead. Newhouse, off tackle right. Staubach with a handoff from the 36, and the Rams stack him right up after a gain of 1. So if the Rams are going to insist on playing the run, medium slant to Drew Pearson. Staubach back to throw it. Has time. He's got Pearson open at midfield. 45-40. Perry with a tackle at 37, a gain of 26. And that was big. That was a big play. The Rams at least went back into a basic, but the Cowboys took advantage. Dupree on a short slant. Rams blitz. Then they back off it. Staubach throws. Dupree has it. First down. Simpson with a tackle after a gain of 11. Spot it at the Los Angeles 26. Staubach's having a better second half. Now they'll do ground and pound. Off tackle right to Newhouse. From the 26, 25, 20, 15, 11-yard line. A gain of 16. And maybe, just maybe, the Cowboys can put this away. 1st and goal. Dorsett. Pitch right from the 10-yard line. Gets it at the 15. Crosses the line of scrimmage. Robertson with a tackle is 14th at the 7-yard line. 2:49. Clock running. 2nd and goal from the Rams 7. 2 tight end set. Salty. Yep, Dave's got that electric blanket up a notch. Salty's into block. Trap right for Newhouse from the 7. He gets it to the 5, and that's it. Robertson with his, or the 4. Robertson with his 15th tackle today. The Cowboys will let this run. We've reached the 2-minute warning. This is the 1978 NFC Championship game on Retro Sports Network, presented by HockeyTournaments.com. Cowboys need 4. They go back to a conventional set. If the Rams hold to a field goal, they can win this on a touchdown. They're looking. Short cross to Tony Hill. Staubach back to throw it. He has time, but he doesn't have a receiver. And so the Rams are going to get about a minute 45. And Septien is going to try the field goal. If he misses, and there's a 99% chance he makes this from 21 yards. Well, let's see. First the field goal. Septien up. Septien good. So there is 1:50 to go. The Rams need a touchdown. Dallas 20, Los Angeles 16. Septien kicks it short. Taken by Latin at the 20, 30. And that's going to be at the 30-yard line. Hegman with a tackle. It was a squibber. You knew that was coming. 3 wide receivers. Capoletti's in. And Hayden's going to work out of the gun. 70 yards from Miami. Plain and simple. Rams touchdown, they win the game. Medium slant to Ron Jesse on first down. They have all 3 timeouts. Hayden looks around, throws. Miller has it. Across, no, it doesn't get to the 40. It's a gain of 9. 2nd and 1. Clock running. They go hurry up. Screen to Capoletti. That's an interesting call, Ron. To the far side, and it's incomplete. So it's 3rd and 1, a minute 15 to go. Ball spotted on the Los Angeles 39. Cowboys are playing nickels and blitz nickels. Waddy. Short slant. Hayden throws. Waddy's got it. 45, 50. First down. Timeout, Los Angeles. 1:06 to go. 51 yards from the Super Bowl. From the 49-yard line. Willie Miller. Medium hitch. Hayden on the gun. Has time. He waits. He looks. He dumps it down to Capoletti. Incomplete. Took 3 seconds off the clock. 1:03 to go. Medium out to Ron Jesse. Blitz. Hayden sidesteps it once, sidesteps it again, but not this time. Henderson knocks him down. A minute to go. Timeout Rams. 3rd and 18 from their own 41. Capoletti splits out as a receiver. And we're going to try a medium slant to him. Hayden blitzed. Throws. Capoletti has it across midfield. 45, 40. First down. 35. He was with the tackle at the 34. 46 seconds. Rams go hurry up. Waddy. Short out. Hayden, quick throw. Not anymore. He's blitzed. And Randy White sacks him for a loss of 7. The Rams called the last time out. Ball on the Dallas 41. What an ending. 2nd down and 17, but it really doesn't matter. Capoletti on a screen. They're going to try this. Anything just to get the ball out of bounds. He's got it at the 45. 40, 35, 30. Henderson knocks him down, but he couldn't get out of bounds. Capoletti, 101 yards. Are they going to have time? Yes. Maybe. No, they're not. They're not going to have time to run a play. Oh, my goodness. They've run out of time. From the 31. Run, Jesse, and that's it. They can't run out. They ran out of time. The Los Angeles Rams have run out of time. John Cappelletti made the wrong cut. He was supposed to go out of bounds. Instead, he went down the middle of the field. And by the time the Rams lined up, they could not get a playoff. And the Dallas Cowboys are champions of the National Football Conference. They win it 20-16. Unbelievable. The Cowboys and the Steelers. We get the real Super Bowl from Miami. Poor Pat Hayden. He played the game of his life. They got the ball down the field. Cappelletti even had 100 yards receiving. And it didn't matter. It was Todd B. that said that Tony Dorsett needed to have the big second half. Between him and Newhouse, they ran for 177 yards. How about that for a big second half? And Staubach, much, much better down the stretch. So Isaiah Robertson, and let's take a moment to remember him because he actually died in a car accident last fall. 15 tackles. The Rams defensive leader Perry with that big interception that gave the Rams the lead. And when the Cowboys were stuck in these situations in the regular season, they lost those games. Not this one. D.D. Lewis, 11 tackles. Benny Barnes, 8. Fourth quarter scoring, well, there was only the one play. It was Septien on the field goal. The Rams held Dallas to a field goal. First downs, 21-17 Dallas. Yardage, 326, 310. And I figured that the Rams are going to have to hold the ball for a long time, and they did, 36-19, to keep the Cowboys off the field. And there you go. Wasn't that fun? My goodness. So I'll tell you this much, and I'm going to be back on in about 10 minutes or so because I want to do a detailed review of Action PC Football, and you can join me for that and all that. This has been so much fun. We got one more game to go, the Super Bowl. And I'll tell you, since it's the real Super Bowl, the line is Pittsburgh 3.5, okay? That's about to be expected. They won by 4, so Pittsburgh covered. But would you have guessed the over-under is only 37? Yep. 37 is the over-under. They really scored 67. So for the Rams, a magnificent year. They acquitted themselves quite well in this game. And if Cappelletti goes out of bounds, they can snap it once, and you just never know. And so we did 18 weeks of replay to get the real thing. And as Shirley Bassey would tell you, history is a little bit repeating. And so next Wednesday night, it's the Steelers and the Cowboys for the championship. I'm Ron Juckett for HockeyTournaments.com. Good night.